I'm Ricardo, and this is the Teeth Coding. Hey guys, so I'm going to start using this video using the Pomodoro technique. If you don't know what the Pomodoro technique it is, Google search it and you'll see what I mean by that. Maybe I'll create a video explaining the Pomodoro technique, but just for you to know, it's like getting 25 minutes of doing things and then getting a break. So I'm going to start this, and we're going to start creating our app, and also I will create the app like if I was a normal production environment, and how I would do it normally, right? Okay, so first of all, I'll create a new Xcode project for this app, and I'll choose framework right now, and then I'll click next, and I'll these apps, the emblem, about the emblems, I need to think about a name. What name should I do? Emblem calculator, emblem date calculator. I think that's what it is, right? And I'll save it here, yeah, on my iOS projects. And yes, I'm gonna create a Git repository for this. If you don't know what Git is, I suggest you Google it, because we are going to use source control in this. I can create another video about that, but let's just code along with me, and it will be a Git repository. I'll click create, and before I do anything, I want to get here and get to my GitHub account. If you don't have a GitHub account, I strongly recommend you to sign up for one. It's totally free. Okay, and I'll sign here, and I'll create new. I think I should do a new organization here. New. Yeah, I want a new organization. I'm not editing most parts of this, just to show you how I will do it. This an open source and everything. Okay, so organization. I'll use Calendar iOS, since this is the YouTube channel, and my contact email. You can see it there. It is this one. Yeah, it's a personal account. Click next, setting up organization. That's it. Okay. I'm gonna complete this setup, and I'll create a new repository here, and I'll say this is an emblem date calculator repository, and yeah, let's do it public. I'll create this repository, and I'm going to copy this. Okay, I'm going to copy this to set up my GitHub account. I'm doing command space, and I'm typing terminal, and after that I'll just go here, I'll type cd, and I just drag and drop here, and then I'll get to this directory, and with a git status I get that I have no thing. I'm going to copy it, the remote, to remote this, git commit git commit am. I'll just do an initial commit. Okay, git push origin master, and with this I'm getting all my code right now on GitHub. I'll refresh my page, and you see I have everything now here. So first of all, always do this. It's very important, and I will always use Git to use my to start any development. Okay. Now I see here I have a lot of methods. That's the boilerplate methods. I'm going to erase them from here, and I'm going to erase this at Testable Import, and I'm going to erase these comments. Just Robert Martin says the cleanest code is like this, right?
Okay, so right now we have a clean test, a clean class for the test, and that's how we are going to start our projects. That's how you start a project with TDD, which is test-driven development. Okay, so there are 3 steps for test-driven development. First one is the red step, which means you are not allowed to write any production code until you have a passing test. So everything you do on the red step is test code. When you have a test passing, you're in the green state, and then you can refactor your code. Okay, so it's a red, green refactor. So those are the 3 steps. So right now I'm going to write a function, and I'm here with Swift app. To make it work, I need to write the word test first, and since my algorithm is about getting the current emblem, I'll say get current emblem, for nil date. I'm going to start with the simplest test, like if I'm passing a nil date, it should throw me an error, okay? So first of all, what I'm doing here is the system under test. So I'm going to create a variable, and I'm going to call it qt, which stands for system under test. And I'll create this emblem data class. Okay. So as you can see right now, this is the red stage. Even compilation errors is the red stage because it's use of unresolved identifier emblem data. This means that I don't have the class. Okay, right? So I need to create this class. It doesn't matter where right now because the only thing I want to do is to pass the test. So I'm the red stage. So let's make it pass. And the simplest code to make it pass is to create this emblem data class. I'm doing it here right now just for demonstration purposes. Okay, and this is how I would code along if I'm using TDD. Okay, next step is making an assert. Okay, and yeah, throws errors. Get current emblem for throwing nil date. I need to fix this test. Throws nil error. Okay, that's what I want to do. So throw nil error is sut get emblem, and I want this to be like for date, and the date is nil right now, right? Okay. Right now I'm getting another compilation error, which has no member get emblem. This is because the function for the class doesn't have it. I'm in the red state again. Okay, so I'm to make it pass. Function get emblem for date, and this is I'll do it of type date, and since I'm passing in a nil value, I have to make this optional. Okay, and there we go. Well, to run this test, I'll press Command U, and as you can see right now, my test is failing because it did not throw an error. Okay. The simplest solution to this is make this throw an error. Okay, so I'm going to throw an error, and my error is going to be any error, and the code I'll start with 1, and I don't need this user info, so I'm going to ignore it. Okay, I'm gonna press Command U again, and this is here says error is not handled because not declaring throws. Okay, so every time in Swift we want to throw an error, I have to declare it with throws here. Okay, then if I have this keyword here, throws, I should be able to do, I'll do Command U, and says it failed. Why did it failed? Okay, so when you're when you call a function that throws an error in Swift, you gotta put try first. right? This is simple. Simple as that. This is just a Swift syntax. And now I'm going to press Command U again, Command U, and the test is succeeding. As you can see, now here we are in the green state as the markers you can see, and this is simple, and it will throw an error. Well, this will always throw an error, right? Because we need another test for a validate that doesn't throw an error. We need that other test. Okay. So let's say func test get current emblem for valid date does not throw error. And again, I'm going to do let SUT, right? This is my emblem data. But you're seeing the duplicated code, right? Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm just worried about making the test fail. XCT cert not throw. Just not throw. No throw. Any date, right? Like date, any date. So if it's any date, I can pass in any date like here. This will get my system date now. And I'll say SUT dot get emblem for date, this date here. And this should fail. And as you can see, it fails. Why does it fail? Because it throws an error. This stuff always throwing an error. I wanted to throw an error only when it's nil, right? So I'm going to the production code, and I'm going to fix it. If date is nil, then I throw the error. Otherwise, I do nothing, right? So Command U to run the tests. Yeah, okay. So actually, here I will have to do this like for date. Okay, this is the problem. The variable's name is for date, so that's why it didn't work before. I want to not edit some of this stuff just to see how a programmer gets stuck or how you can solve problems along the way. So I'm doing this, and for date it's like this, and the tests are succeeding now. Now I'm in the green state. As you can see, now I can refactor the code. Okay. So first of all, I don't like to use this for date here. So I wanted to use a date, only date. So I'm going to, in Swift, you have two parameters. You can look at it like this, for date and date. And this will be the external parameter, and this is the internal parameter. And then I can replace this date with date, this for date with date. And if I press Command U, everything is working again. Okay. Another thing I see here is that I have this SUT and this SUT being duplicated. Yes, the test code must be also refactored. You should treat the test code as a first-class citizen also. It's also code, so it should follow all the same principles of the other code. So let's refactor it, okay? And to do this, I'm going to set up a mark. How do you mark on Swift? So sometimes I forget, right? Mark Swift. So I just Google it. Swift mark syntax. Oh, so it's something like that, right? Okay. So it's just a comment, mark and these are helpers, right? And mark. Okay, so this is what is done. When I do this mark comment here, I can go to the to this section over here on the top right from my code editor, and I can see I have the section helpers, and this is easy to organize the code and everything. So I'm going to do make SUT, make SUT function with no parameters, and I'm going to return an emblem data, right? This is the function I want. Okay, so the only thing I want to do is return emblem data. And I'm going to refactor this. You're going to say, this is useless, but it's not going to be useless afterwards because I only want one instance of the emblem data in every case. So this makes the code easier for that. And also, this will make it easier if I need to pass in arguments to the FUT further on. So just for now, trust me, and this is all about TDD. So you can refactor, see what you can refactor now, what you can't, what you can do. Okay. After we refactor it, we always run the test again and say comment U. Okay. Now we're in a green state, and actually after every green state, what we have to do is commit our code because it's already in the green state. So we want that our code is always green and ready to be deployed, right? And have no failures. So I'm going to select everything, and I'm going to say the commit comments should be very explicit also. So I'm going to say started get emblem, get current emblem, get emblem function for date, and tested that it returns nil. It returns an error if the date is nil. Okay. I'm not going to go through branches and everything, but you should do this in a different branch. I'm going to use only my master right now. But it will be a good idea if you don't use your development process in your master branch. You should do it on your development branch. I'll just commit it to my master branch just for the demo purposes. Okay. Okay, and that's it. We have our code now. Now what I want to do is I want to right now, yes, at the start of the thing, before doing any tests and having a green state, I want to use a continuous integration server to make all my tests easier when I deploy it. Okay. So what I use is Travis CI. This is Travis CI, right? Okay. TravisCI.org. TravisCI.org is free. Travis CI. I'm sorry. TravisCI.org is free. Okay, so you can see I have many other projects here. If you're not logged in, it will make you create an account, and it will make you get some information, and then you can sync with the GitHub. You see, this is GitHub, and you can get all the projects from GitHub there. So let me see if I can get. If I sync my account, let me see if it gets my organizations because I have account at iOS. Okay, I don't know how to do this. Let me see. Sync account, organizations. So how do I get organizations in Git in Travis CI? Okay, let's Travis CI get organizations from GitHub. Travis CI. So I don't want to waste a lot of time. But there should be a way. I should be prepared for that actually. It says trigger sync, but I'm not sure if that's the only thing I need to do. Maybe if I go to my settings here, settings, this is Emblem. Yeah, that's not it. Emblem data, Emblem. No, this is another thing I was searching. That's not. I don't want any house valves. What I want is, yeah, I don't want to know about Gonzalez. Yeah, that's not it. Okay, so I need. Okay, I'll need to figure it out. That one. Let me see. I'm still in the Pomodoro, so I need to keep focus here. Sync account. Oh, here you see, review and add your authorized organizations. And this Calumet iOS, you will see here organization access. You'll see here that I have the Calumet iOS organization that has no access. I'm going to grant access to it. I have to type in my password. That's not it. That's not it either. Okay, I'm not typing right my password. Oh, I think it's my GitHub password. .org. Now I can do this stuff. And if I go to my organizations now or repositories, Calumet iOS, organizations, yeah, that's right. Repositories, this Emblem calculator. As you can see, it's now linked to my Travis CI. Okay. And first of all, I want to explain what this is before continuing with what I'm going to do with it. Okay, so continuous integration is a way to do all your tests. Okay, so it does many things. So it builds the app there. It's like this is like another virtual machine in another server somewhere else. When you deploy it, it goes through a series of processes that it will build the app as it was going to be on the Xcode builder, not the App Store. It builds the app, and then you can make it to run the tests. And that's the only thing I want to do now, to set it up for it to deploy the app and run the tests. After a while, after some more advanced things, you can make it to deploy it to test flights so other users can get it, or you can also make it to deploy to the App Store and just with a click of a button. So that's what it means with continuous integration. Next time we'll set up this Travis CI, and I'll show you that Travis CI, and if we will continue with the code for the app. Okay. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.